The Boston Red Sox, per Jeff Passan of ESPN, are sending infielder Kristian Campbell down to AAA. Campbell, who signed an 8-year, $60 million contract this spring, was hitting .301 at the end of April, but is .159 since. He'll get a chance to reset down in Worcester.
Called it. You're getting your wish, buddy.
Get your victory lap. Hey, listen, pop that collar, player. You called it.
I mean, you can't teach what I got. That's the only thing that I would say. No, I'm just kidding.
Just one thing, Jesus. One thing, my Lord and Savior, my parents, my teammates, my coaches.
No, I'm relieved for him. I think it's going to do him a lot of good, especially defensively. They need to figure out where he's going to play and play him there every single day. Hit him in the spot in the lineup in AAA where he's going to hit when he gets recalled to the bigs. Hopefully, he needs to be down there at least 15 days, barring another injury. But hopefully, he gets a good chance to simmer down there. And B, and Fitz, you shared an optimistic view off air, and I want to go to you for this because this is the first time that I feel like in a while that the Red Sox are doing something proactively. It's not because there's an injury. It's not necessarily because, they have to make this decision. They had another move. They could have sent Nate Eaton down if they're activating Willie or Massa or whatever the other move is that's going to happen. I think they're doing this proactively for the betterment of the player, and we haven't been able to have that conversation in quite a while about this group.
I couldn't agree more. The Rafael Devers move was both reactionary because they were tired of his nonsense, but it was a proactive move. Mostly a proactive move to improve
It was proactive.
The emotional caliber of the clubhouse and to get the mindset right, Ted. #alignment. Now, as far as Kristian Campbell goes, I think as a show have all agreed for a while now. I know the midday show did as well. They did a great job on their 1 minute fix segment today on the Red Sox, and both Jones, Keefe, and I think many in Red Sox Nation agree that Kristian Campbell needs some seasoning. Took it out of the oven too soon. Give him a chance to go down to AAA or go west to Worcester. Glad they sent him today. If they sent him tomorrow with the bridge work, it probably would have taken way too long.
Yeah.
Send him out there now. Poor kid has to fly all the way back. Jeez. So he comes back, and now, like you said, figure out, is he a 2-hole hitter, 3, 4? How do they get that power that they talked about? With people talking about a young right-handed Barry Bonds in spring training. Is he a second baseman? Ted, is he going to be your first baseman of the future? Because there really isn't one. We don't know how long the Toro Gonzalez platoon is going to last.
It sounds like they're looking for one. They were hoping to get one in the Giants trade. So with Rafi. So yeah, they're looking. That's interesting. That you're right. No, it is the best thing, and I feel like they're doing things. You said the Rafi was reactionary. I feel like it was a long time coming. So to me, it wasn't. I feel like, but I just like that they're doing something.
Yes.
They're making moves. They're not. I mean, it felt like for the first 2 months, and I understand with the first, you have a plan to start the season, and you got certain guys you want to play certain positions, and so you give guys long rope to kind of prove themselves. But then it was kind of obvious to a lot of us, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they? Well, now they're starting to do this. Now they're starting to make some bold decisions, which is great. Maybe, just maybe, it helps that maybe Willie or Abreu's coming back, and so that made the decision a little bit easier. But I just want to throw this out there. So real quick, you got you got Kristian Campbell getting off to a hot start.
Yep.
First month, just crushing it, and then it's been all downhill.
League adjust to him.
I'm telling you, man, the news about when Rafi kind of turned his nose to Kristian Campbell saying that he would play first base after Rafi said he wouldn't, if there was some kind of behind-the-scenes Rafi making Kristian on Campbell or just making him feel like he wasn't a good teammate for going and doing that, that'll play tricks on you as a rookie. That if the face of the franchise, the veteran player, gives an impression to a young player like that at all, like he didn't like what he did, and it directly kind of highlights, Rafi's not being a team player, then I could see maybe from a psychological standpoint that affecting his just approach to going to the ballpark every single day. I don't know if that's a case. I'm just throwing it out there. Something to think about is why maybe his numbers went from as good as they were to as bad as they are right now.
Yeah, look, I mean, right here, Dan, the numbers speak for themselves.
Right.
Defensively, he hasn't been a massive liability, but he, again, could use some more seasoning. But
it's uncomfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, this is getting awkward. I'll do it for you, Stiz. As posted by Passan in the tweet, was hitting 301, 407, 495 at the end of April. 159, 243, 222 cents. He needs to go down there and see some breaking balls. He needs to go down there and work on, his trouble with the curve. He needs to just take some time. We've now seen you signed him for a great deal. You got him 8 for 60, like you said, could go 10 for 100 if it reaches its full valuation. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. Give him a chance to develop properly. Now this gives you a chance, guys. Let's just think real quickly. We're gonna maybe Breslow Bot has some thoughts on these as well, but let's just real quick. Cora and all the baseball minds. He needs to be in Worcester. Let's think now your options at second base, Ted. Do you bring Rafaela in? Do you move Story over when Bregman comes back? Put Meyer at shortstop, which I think would be their best infield.
No way they're moving Trevor. No freaking way.
You don't think he played second base so valiantly in his first year when they still had Bogarts as well.
Yeah, that's
You've got
totally
to put
different.
Bregman at third.
Totally different.
Well, you're not sending Meyer down. Where's he going?
Yeah, I don't. Why
second?
Yeah, I think they put him at second before they put Trevor Story there. I'd be surprised. I just think they don't want to mess with Trevor. You gave me the numbers last week. When Trevor Story's hitting, this team hits and wins.
Your guy told us the most important offensive player was Trevor Story.
You want to mess with his head and move him to second base? That's not how they. They don't do that to the veteran players. They don't move the veteran players around like that.
That's true. To a fault, they don't do that.
Right.
As a matter
All
of
right.
fact.
So maybe it's Bregman at third. You leave Story at shortstop. You send Meyer and hope that he doesn't get hurt. Probably a greater chance of getting hurt playing short than second base. But whatever. Let's just fingers crossed, knock on wood. Hope that he guts out the season.
The DH is open, so don't they can get Meyer in at the DH.
But Yoshida as well, and you got then you have Duran, Rafaela, Roman Anthony, and Abreu in the outfield.
You still got one more situation that you have to solve in that outfield.
One of those guys could play first base in the interim.
What's that?
Oh, somebody.
Four
outfielders for three spots.
Gotcha. Yep.
So I would wonder: is it Roman Anthony DHing a bit more, and Moss coming off the bench? Is there still? I still think there's a trade to be made. There's somebody in that outfield needs to get moved for pitching help, or as part of a bigger deal for the number 2 starter that you desperately lack. And so I would wonder if that's the kind of send players in to send players out to bring players in move you make at the deadline, but. I like a Kristian Campbell at first base for the next couple weeks down in Worcester. That would solve a lot of problems when you start to get some of these guys back. I like that, Fitzy.
Calm his nerves down a little bit. Tell him that he's got the time to get things right. It could be, like you said, at least 15 days. It could be a month.
And I thought, what, though? They gave him plenty of opportunity. It wasn't, it's 70 games. We're a little over 70 games into it. I mean, he got a lot of run to try and fix it, and he can't, so... I don't think him going down to AAA is going to crush him. He's probably, in some degree, relieved.
Yeah.
So that he can, go down there where the lights aren't as bright, work on his game, and try and get things figured out. Because can you imagine? It's like you play so many games that it'd be like trying to fix your golf swing in the middle of a golf tournament.
Right.
There's no time to practice and then come back to the tournament.
Fix your slice while you're playing the Masters.
Hey, Ted, how come you're crowding the ball in the box, brother? Why don't you scoop it? Listen, this is the swing I brought to the dance today. This is how I'm going to handle it, and then we'll get to it at the 19th hole.